get started. I'd like to ask everyone on Zoom to mute their mics, avoid any background noise. And if members are responding to the roll call remotely, please confirm that you are in your annex office when you answer. Secretary, please call the roll.
Representative Banta. Representative Bratcher. Representative Birch. Representative Flannery. Representative Gentry. Representative Huff. Representative Cook.
Here in the room.
Representative Massey. Okay. Gotcha. Representative McCoy.
Here.
Representative Meeks. Representative Meredith. Representative Miller. Representative Moser. Representative Palumbo.
Here in my annex office.
Thank you. Representative Pratt.
Here in the room.
Representative Santoro. Representative Timoney.
Here in the room.
Representative Westrom. Chairman Koenig.
Here in the room, we have a
Chairman Koenig, I am present in my office by Zoom.
All
This
right,
is Patrick
very
Taylor.
good. Thank you, Representative. All right, we have a quorum. We're ready to do business. First bill we're going to take up is House Bill 224. Representative Banta, floor is yours.
Thank you very much for hearing this bill again. It passed off the floor last year, 85-1. And the State Board of Accountancy, along with the Kentucky Society of CPAs, is requesting enactment with 3 changes to KRSs. The new language would authorize the board to adopt a regulation to issue scholarships for students enrolled in KY colleges on track to receive their CPAs. They would grant the immunity from lawsuits to state board members, employees, and agents acting in good faith. This was well vetted by lawyers, and that would prevent them from having to spend the money on insurance. And it would eliminate the requirement of out-of-state CPAs seeking a license via reciprocity if they have attained 1 year of accounting or can attest to experience that is required by the KRS 325 within 5 years of successfully passing the CPA exam in their home state.
Motion on the bill.
We have a motion by Representative Cook, second by Representative Pratt. We have a question from Representative Miller.
Oh, it was just to say, are there any changes from last year?
No.
I vote yes.
Okay. We'll hold off on that for a second. Any other questions or comments? Seeing none, Madam Secretary, please call the roll.
Representative Banta.
Yes.
Representative Bratcher.
Yes.
Representative Birch. Representative Flannery.
Yes,
Representative Gentry. Representative Huff. Representative Cook.
Yes.
Representative Massey. Representative McCoy.
Yes.
Representative Meeks. Representative Meredith. Representative Miller.
Yes.
Representative Moser.
That's what we're doing.
We're voting on House Bill 224. We'll get you.
Okay. Representative Palumbo. Representative,
Yes.
okay. Representative Pratt.
Yes.
Representative Santoro. Representative Timoney.
Yes.
Representative Westrom. Chairman Koenig.
Yes. Representative Birch, would you like to cast a vote on this bill? Yes. There you go.
Mr. Chairman, if I could register a yes vote, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
Can do. Motion passes. That same should pass on the House floor.
Thank you very much for your
Thank you.
time.
Next up, House Bill 172, Representative McPherson. Welcome to the most exciting and fun committee in Frankfort. If I'd planned it better, I'd squeezed you in between a couple liquor bills for your enjoyment.
Wow. Wow.
Thank you for joining us. The floor is yours. Feel free to introduce your guest.
So, thank you, Mr. Chairman. So this is House Bill 172. My name's Sean McPherson. I'm representing 22nd District. Got Representative Frazier here with me.
Hi,
And-
yes, I'm Representative Frazier, represent a portion of Madison County. The Kentucky Real Estate Appraisers Board is located within my district, and they came to me to present this bill, which largely makes the state guidelines in line with the federal guidelines. Counsel John Hardesty and Tom Veet is also available to answer any questions, but that's what the bill does.
All right. Would you like to?
So I jumped on this bill because I'm a staff appraiser for the Highway Department 30 years ago, and this has been my life ever since as being an appraiser. So I've worked with Tom and the board for years. And I'd say this is just a continuation of the rules and regs that we have continued to evolve over the years. We've, as rules change and as we adopt new rules, that's what we're doing here today, is just readopting some of these rules, bringing them up to standards.
Okay. Hold on. We have a committee sub. Chair will entertain a motion to adopt the committee sub.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right, we have the sub before us, and Chair will entertain a motion on the bill as amended by the sub.
Motion. Second.
All right, we have a motion by Representative Cook, second by Representative McCoy. Any further questions or debate? Hearing none, Madam Secretary. Oh, I'm sorry, we have one. All right. Sorry, couldn't see you behind the pole. Representative Gentry.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I just had one real quick question. Could you please talk about the differences in the sub that was just in the original bill?
So you wrote the original bill? Go ahead.
I'll let Counsel Hardesty address that. I believe it was just technical changes, but he can speak to that.
Yes, thank you, Representative Frazier. Thank you, Mr. Chairman and members of this committee. The committee sub.
Hold on, please introduce yourself for the record.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. My name's John Hardesty. I'm the General Counsel of the Kentucky Real Estate Authority.
All right.
And with me today also, as they mentioned, is Tom Veit, who's a board administrator for the Real Estate Appraisers Board. The only difference between the committee sub and the original bill that was filed is a change to section 324A.052. The original language of that section established a time limit for filing of administrative complaints against appraisers that brings it into compliance with the Uniform Standards of Professional Appraisal Practices retention schedule. It protects appraisers so that they're not having to defend themselves against administrative complaints after they have appropriately disposed of their work file as allowed under the use path. This committee sub creates a carve out where for certain types of complaints, they can be filed beyond the either 5 years after the date of transmittal of the appraiser report or 2 years after the final disposition of any judicial proceeding in which the appraiser provided testimony. And that carve out is specifically for complaints involving fraud, misrepresentation, and commission of a crime. That is important to the Federal Appraisal Subcommittee, who federally regulates this board and the appraiser portion of this agency, because they don't want there to be any limitation on filing of complaints related to those types of issues. So the very serious fraud, misrepresentation, criminal conduct type of complaints. So that is the only change that you will see in the committee sub.
Thank you, sir. No further questions, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Anyone else? All right. Now, Madam Secretary, please call the roll.
Representative Banta.
Yes.
Representative Bratcher.
Yes.
Representative Birch. Representative Flannery.
Yes.
Representative Gentry.
Yes.
Representative Huff. Representative Cook.
Yes.
Representative Massey.
Yes.
Representative McCoy.
Yes.
Representative Meeks. Representative Meredith. Representative Miller.
Yes.
Representative Moser.
Yes.
Representative Palumbo.
Yes.
Representative Pratt.
Yes.
Representative Santoro.
Yes.
Representative Timoney.
Yes.
Representative Westrom. Chairman Koenig.
Yes. Motion carries. That same should pass on the House floor.
Thank you, Chairman. Thank you, committee.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
And finally, Representative Bratcher, House Bill 340.
And I'd like to have Mr. Chris Nolan at the table if I could, sir.
Yeah, absolutely. Floor is yours.
Thank you.
We have a committee substitute, so let's, all right. we have a
Second.
Motion from Representative Birch, second from Representative Miller. On the sub, any questions? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right, we have the sub before us. Please continue with your testimony.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and committee. Radon, the natural odorless gas that the earth creates, is the second leading cause of lung cancer in Kentucky. And this bill, House Bill 340, simply creates a board of radon safety and eliminates an advisory board. That's all this does. And Mr. Nolan, if you want to add some comments on that.
Sure. Thank you, Mr. Chairman and Representative Bratcher for sponsoring the legislation on behalf of the Kentucky Association of Radon Professionals. This legislation is relatively simple in the fact that it moves the state's radon program, which has been in existence for more than a decade, from the Kentucky Department of Public Health to the Department of Professional Licensing within the Public Protection Cabinet, which houses more than a couple of dozen other professional licensing boards. So we basically just lift the statutes from one area and place them in another area and create a radon safety board, in essence, is what this bill does. We had worked with our partners in the home builders and the real estate professionals to make sure that all their concerns were addressed in this, and the committee sub addresses those issues that they brought forward and make all those necessary corrections. Happy to answer any questions or get into more detail if any committee members would like.
Motion by Representative Santoro. Is there a second? Second by Representative Cook. Question from Representative Birch.
Just one question. How much exposure does a person have to have this radon in order to cause a health problem like sir?
Thank you for that question, Representative Birch. It is, I don't have the actual measurements with me here today, but Kentucky has a high rate of radon because of our geography and because of our kind of rock formation and stuff like that. The gas naturally occurs, and if you're outdoors, it dissipates. And so it's in so few parts per billion, so to speak, that it doesn't harm you because it disintegrates into the atmosphere. But in an enclosed space, like a basement or a first floor ground level thing, the gas can accumulate. And over time, it can affect you. And it has the equivalent of, if you're in an area that has high levels of radon, it's the equivalent of smoking a pack or two cigarettes a day if you're exposed. And it's the long-term exposure that then causes the health issues with cancer.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Absolutely. Representative Mosier.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I I'm in favor of this bill. This is fine. I think that we need to pay attention to radon. I'm just concerned about, you're moving it out of the Department of Public Health. Is there any representation from Public Health on the new board?
The new board has a health representative. So it's a 7-member board, 5 of which are voting members, and 4 of the voting members are radon professionals, and 1 of the voting members is a public health professional. The University of Kentucky has their cancer consortium over there. They are highly active in all things radon and education, and so it will likely be somebody from the University of Kentucky Cancer Center that would be somebody that would be a position on this board.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for your support.
Anything further? Representative Gentry.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Chris, is Cabinet of Health Family Services, do they support this move?
We have spoken to them a fair amount throughout the interim, and we've sent them this legislation. Haven't gotten a whole lot of response from them on it, but they are very aware that we're working on this legislation. They are, to say they're underfunded and understaffed before COVID was an issue. With Representative Mosier passed a bill last session to help with that issue, and then with COVID, obviously it's just snowed under. So they are aware. We had conversations with them over the summer that we would like to move the program. The Public Protection Cabinet, we have met with them, spoken with them, gone through this with them. They've got no problems accepting this program as long as it can pay for itself, which it can through the certification fees. So that's where we are with the conversations.
Okay, thank you. And the word's geology, not geography.
Did I say geography?
Yeah.
Geology, because of our geology.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Absolutely. Anything further? Seeing none, Madam Secretary, please call the roll.
Representative Banta?
Yes.
Representative Bratcher?
Yes.
Representative Birch?
Yes.
Representative Flannery?
Yes.
Representative Gentry?
Yes.
Representative Huff? Representative Cook?
Yes.
Representative Massey? Representative McCoy?
Yes.
Representative Meeks? Representative Meredith? Representative Miller?
Yes.
Representative Moser?
Yes.
Representative Palumbo?
Yes.
Representative Pratt?
Yes.
Representative Santoro? Representative Timoney?
Yes.
Representative Westrom? Chairman Koenig?
Yes. Motion passes. Motion carries. It seems to pass on the House floor. Thank you very much. I know we got a few people that probably want to post votes on House Bill 224. Representative Gentry.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to post a yes vote on House Bill 224.
Thank you very much. Representative Meredith.
I'd like to post a yes vote on House Bill 224 as well.
Okay. I think we got you, Representative Birch, on that.
Was okay on
When you walked in, yes. Anybody else? All right. We're at the end of the agenda, so we will stand adjourned. We'll take up Senate bills starting next week. Thank you all.
All right.
You working on your taxes?
No, actually, all business cards, I'm trying to get it in my phone, in my contacts.
Don't lose your phone.
Yeah, really, isn't that the truth? And always turn it off in committee meetings.
After we added everybody, I lost one of those. So 224 just passed alone. Sign there. 72 and 340 to the community side with the marks.
Don't come to me a lot of times. Quit hanging out there. By the way, here's what has happened.
Thank you.
Here, you can have all this. I wasn't gonna say anything, but But that one bill that had all the fees in it, I thought we were on a pension of, thing about getting fees out of the KRS and put them in KAR. But I didn't say anything.
I appreciate that. You could have.